Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. So we're currently in Group This. This is what we're going to go to next. The time has come. Okay. Alright. Oh, there we go. That's a weird one. I haven't seen that one before. That's pretty cool. So, really great game to see there. For those of you stuck around in the chat, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. But while we're doing that, let's take a look at the pairings for round 7 and how the teams are doing. So Team Coxina currently ruling their group, not by much though. 1 game win away and 1 key higher. They took on the old Paddies who were quite close behind, but Team Coxina were up against Team Rip. That's a shame. Rip had just made a little bit of a comeback, but Team Coxina taking it 3-0. That is, and Team Rip not a weak team. Tubular Time Hogs took on Not Much to Protect. And If It Ain't Grok took on Old Paddy Triplets. And I said this last week. Oh, If It Ain't Grok were able to move into third because this is a very close group. There's still 2 rounds left. And this could go either way. Team Coxina, I've got Team Coxina versus the Tubular Time Hogs. First going to take on second in a very crucial match here. This could establish who. If Team Coxina beat Tubular Time Hogs, they are pretty much guaranteed to at least make the qualifiers. Because and they might even have secured their runners first place. Because if Tubular Time Hogs got here, there's only 1 round left after this, which means no other team will be even able to get to 5. So if Team Coxina win here, they pretty much secure their place as top of the group. If It Ain't Grok taking on Not Much to Protect, Coast to Coast and the Evil Triplets. So very significant matches going on in the disc group. Moving over to Logos, Miguel's Mavericks and Jay Atkins. Jay Atkins is literally just behind by 2 keys. Andrew, you are just behind by 2 keys. Either 7 weeks or 8. There should be 8 weeks in the group stage because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, sorry. There's only 7. That's why there's nothing for next week. I do apologise. This is the last week of group stage. My brain is completely fried. So yeah, this is the last week of the group stages. There's not 8 rounds. Usually last time there was a couple of groups that had 9. This time everyone's capped out at 8. So I'm pretty sure. So it's all going to come down. And this week, it'll be the last week. You're up against Disillusioned, which could be quite interesting. And Miguel's Mavericks have got the Welsh Inflection. So this is. Yeah, I do apologise. That's me messing up. This is the last week of group stages. We move on to qualifiers next week, and then on to the top 16. So, what you're hoping for here, Andrew, is for you to beat Disillusioned basically 3-0, and for the Welsh Inflection to at least take 2 keys, take 3 keys away from Miguel's match. So if you win all 3 of your games, and Welsh Inflection win 1, you'll jump over them by 1 key. So that's the ideal situation. You win all 3 of your games. J.K. Atkins win all 3 of their games. Well, you don't. If you lose all your games 3-2, and Miguel's Mavericks lose all their games 3-1, you still take over them. But at that point, the Welsh Inflection take over first place. So ideally, you want Welsh Inflection to win, but you want them to win 2 games to 1. Or you want them to lose 2 games to 1, and then you want to win all 3 of your games, because then that puts you above Miguel's Mavericks and above Welsh Inflection, because Welsh Inflection can, if they win here and you and Miguel's both lose, they'll overtake you for first place. They're the dark horse over here in third. They still have an opportunity to get into first if they beat Miguel's Mavericks and you lose to Disillusioned. If you win a Welsh Inflections win, you just get above Miguel's Mavericks based on match wins as well. You're not taking on Welsh Inflection. That's Miguel's Mavericks. You've already taken them on, I believe, in the first round. That you beat them 3-0, yeah. So that's going to be really interesting to see how it goes along there. Starting to hot up in the final round. So, Lickall were on an undefeated streak. They were on an undefeated streak here. They took one game, the red game, that was unfortunately not recorded this week, but Comes Officer Dua beat them. Comes Officer Emptor were able to take down the HKB, putting them both in the hot seat for second and third here with Comes Officer Emptor and Comes Officer Dua. But in week 7 is Comes Officer Emptor taking on Comes Officer Duta. Three Witches have to beat HKB, which is a shame because HKB are double KOTE winners, but they're bottom of the group. And Lickall have got Centralus. So, but at this point, there is no... The only way that Lickall do not come top of their group here is if they lose all their games and they don't gain any keys. If Lickall lose all their games with 0 key, with only forge 1 key, Comes Officer Emptor can tie or take over first. But at this point, I believe Lickall are going to be top of this group. It's very unlikely they're not. Moving on to El Sanctum. Not finished with Yamarook, a completely undefeated team, taking out Hamburg Atlanteans 1, who went in second, 2-1. Oh no, that's week 1. God damn it. Not finished with Yamarook, taking on Zion's Crew, beating them 3-0. I'm not sure what's happened to Zion's Crew. They had a good start, but unfortunately not quite able to keep it up. No Kang fans in Austria rocking in third. But no Kang fans in Austria. It's like not finishing with needs to lose to Miserable Nonsense here, and this Miserable Nonsense needs to win to get higher up. But not finishing with Yamarook and can only take second here. There is no way they can get any worse, and even then, they still they'd have to lose 2 games and not get a lot of keys. Hamburg Atlanteans 1 have got KFPT Generosity, which aren't going to make it easy for them. It's definitely going to be interesting hot here, but the top 4 hotting up. No Kang fans who got Screech Bombs, who have got a good chance if Miserable Nonsense lose here, but unfortunately, if Miserable Nonsense, no, if you look at that's a bit. If they beat No Kanga fans in Austria and Miserable Nonsense lose, they can usurp No Kanga fans in Austria for the 3rd spot and make their way into the top cut via qualification. Screech Bomb in a very interesting. Unfortunately, KFPTL Generosity Zion's Crew and Screech Bomb and still see Snuffgers have got no chance to get higher up. But this is a very interesting group to see what's going to happen moving forward. Moving into Saurians, Barcall KOTE, another undefeated team. They took on the KFP Amber Minimum. Can't touch this, taking on last minute is best minute. With the red team taking a game away from them, so can't touch this. Although our 4th, it's a very close 4th. Madrid Arkhams could be a bit of an issue here. But Better Call KOTE have got Can't Touch This. So Can't Touch This needs to beat the top of the lobby. And oh my god, Amber Minimum have got Madrid Archons. The top 4 are taking each other on. This will define the top 4. if Better Call KOTE and Amber Minimum both take their games 3-0, and Last Minute is Best Minute take their game 3-0, Last Minute is Best Minute can actually jump to third from fifth. It'd be insanity if they did it, but it'd be really cool to see. They're taking on So Salty. So Salty, not an easy team to take down. It's gonna be it's gonna make it, but it's really interesting to see. But Better Call Saul definitely making it through at least to the qualifier stage, if not winning their group. Actually, yeah, this is Better Call Saul cannot not come first here because KFBT can only get 5th in match wins. So we'll be seeing them in the top 16. Move over to Group Shadows, which is another AP team. The flags are down. I'll have to let Chris know about that, but there will be no rush on that. Lance and Comes Officer Lima and D20 Primus all set for first here. Look at that. Russian Smiths. So basically, it is a fight between these three teams to see who's going to come out first. This is insane. Comes off Selena. I've got Bog at the bottom. DT Primus have got Lance. So DT Primus versus Lance will be a huge one to decide how this goes, and that is going to. I can't wait to see how this group progresses in the future. My food is now here, so I'm going to quickly go for the next ones and bid you all adieu. Cloggins, Reckless Pirate, congratulations, you've made it into the top cut. There's no way anyone else can catch up with you. Go easy on Papaka Beach, our current reigning champions, but it'll be great to see you guys in the top cut. Papaka Beach, New York City, and ABR Bullet Bills will all be fighting out for second and third. And then move to Untamed. Key Frogs and Seeker Noodles both undefeated. Does that mean that it is Key Frogs versus Seeker Noodles? If I wasn't taking the week off from recording, that would be the game I would want to record. Both teams undefeated coming in here, and not only are both teams undefeated, but Key Frogs is 3 keys and 2 game wins ahead. So Key Frogs are in a much stronger position moving into this. Both teams cannot not make it into qualifiers, but Key Frogs need to win one game. As long as they don't get defeated, if Key Frogs need to win here, basically, yeah, games don't matter, keys don't matter. It is all about the match here. That is Seeker Noodles and Key Frogs. This is going to be an intense game because the only thing that matters here is the match to get you into first, and one of you will be one of you will likely be one of the only undefeated teams that is moving into the top cut. That is insane, and that's the last group as well. So I'm going to call it there, guys. That is a great place to stop it, and if I was recording, that would definitely be the game I want to record. But with it being half term, I'm taking the week off. My wife is off to London in a couple of days for the My Hero Academia 3rd movie premiere, so I will have even less time to record and edit because my son's going to be around the entire time and my wife's not going to be here. So there'll be no game of play next week, but I will be chasing Torval to find out what happened in those games, and I cannot wait to see that result. It's been great chatting to you guys. If anyone who was interested in learning about Storybook Brawl after hearing me and Andy talking about it, let us know. It's a free-to-play game on Steam. It is really goddamn good. I cannot endorse it more. And both me and Dave will be taking part in the December tournament, and they've got some really big tournaments coming up as well. Thanks for that, Key Frogs. Good luck on your stream on Sunday. I'll try and drop in a little bit. I've been a bit negligent dropping into those streams. I do apologise because I've signed you on like 3 times now. My food's here. I'm going to go. Thanks for having me, guys. Hopefully Chris will be back next week. And you won't just have to keep putting up with me. Thanks for watching.